Welcome back to Math Fanatics and Fun. From our last video on multiplying fractions, and this week is all about just getting used to multiplying across. Just do that enough so you will never forget how to multiply fractions. When we get an answer that's 18 over 40, or anything where we don't have primes and we have similar factors that go into both numbers, our work isn't quite done yet. So whenever we are left with a situation like this, we're going to do something called equivalent ratios. And again, we're teaching this in reverse this year, so it might take you a little bit of time to understand, but hang in there. What we're going to do is that this is not the smallest fraction we can make. And the reason we know that is that if we take a number 1/2, the fraction 1/2, okay? Now we know that if we multiply fractions, I can multiply the top and the bottom by 2. Okay, so if I multiply 1 by 2, I get 2. If I multiply 2 by 2, I get 4. 2/4. If I have half a pi, or if I have 2/4, see how those are both a half? Well, let's multiply it by 3 now. Now I get 3 over 6. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. If I have 1, 2, 3, hey, does that see the pattern? Sorry if this is a little oversimplified, guys, but I do want you to see this because this underlies the whole principle that we're going to be working on in this video. This is going to be 4 over 8, 2, 3, 4. Again, look at that. They're all halves. This is going to come into play when we start adding and subtracting fractions next week in a really big way, because this is the principle as to how we add and subtract fractions. But whenever we get an answer in any fraction like this, if they share common factors, we're not done yet. So what we're going to do is, I'll show you the long way to do it first. So the first way is that I go, well, what number goes into 18 and 40? The easiest one, if they're both even, is always 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 2. But you notice what I just did? Whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. So 9 divided by 2 is 9. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Now, is there a number that goes into 9 and 20? Well, remember this little thing? Let's take a look. 9 is green. Does 20 have any green on it? Oh, this is why this is going to be your best friend. They do not. This is the smallest fraction I can make. So 9 over 20, that's my smallest denominator. You taking off? I'm just talking to Mr. Alex right now. If you have to go, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to print out a couple things because I got to see if my printer still works. Then I'm going to try to cut some of the boxes down.
Okay, let me know before you go. Yeah. As I say, that was Mr. Alex. Welcome to Windsor Park. Thanks, Mr. Alex. Okay, let's try another one. We're going to go 2 over 5 times 10 over, let's go 11. So 2 times 10 gives me 20. 5 times 11 gives me 55. So I have 20 over 55. Now, I know right away that 5 goes into both of those. So I'm not done yet. This is the longest work in fractions is in the simplifying. Let's enter the fun sheet we worked on. 20 is yellow, yellow, blue. 55, where's 55? Is blue, red. What do they have in common? The blue. That's confirming that 5 is their only common factor. So we should actually be done after this. I'm going to write down divide by 5 equals. What I do to the top, I must do to the bottom. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 55 divided by 5 is 11. Prime number, we are done. The answer is 4/11. So let's shift up a little bit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put a number down. There we go. So the number is going to be 100 over 220. That's a big number. That's a huge fraction. Can we make it smaller? Can we reduce? Is there a number that goes into the top that goes into the bottom as well? The first one that comes to mind on me is my zeros, place value. So let's divide each by 10. So if I divide 100 by 10, I get 10. I divide 220 by 10, I get 22. Can we go further? Yes, we can. What goes in? 2 does. Divide by 2. This is going to give me 5 over 11. Hey, 11 showed up again. 5 is prime. 11 is prime. As soon as you have one prime number, you know you're done. My answer is 5 11ths. Look how quickly that one went down. That's fun. Let's try 48 divided by 64. Now, you can start going divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, until you get the smallest number possible. But because we started using this, let's take a look, just for kicks. 48. I have yellow, 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 green. That's 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. My other number is 64. I have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. How many yellows do they share? This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 6. So they share 4. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Woo! I don't know if I can do that math. So if I divided this by 16, it would give me the answer right away. But I don't think I can do that math, so let's do it the long way. Divided by 2. This is going to give me 24 divided by 32. 2 goes into that again. 2. It's going to give me 12 over 16. Oh, divide by 2. Divide by 2. Gives me 6 over 8. Oh! Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Gives me 3 over 4. Look at that. 3 over 4. 3 is a prime number. We're as far as we can go. Now, just for kicks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives me 16. This sheet is going to save us so much time in class. I can't tell you how excited I am to work with it. Okay, so that's how you simplify fractions. We're not going to talk about mixed fractions or improper right now. This is how you simplify fractions. Get them as small as you possibly can, and you're well on your way to understanding fractions. Now, let's say you watch this, and you're like, Mr. Paul, I don't get it at all, and I'm feeling like I can't do math. Let's start with one that's like this. 3 over 6 times 1 over 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 6 times 4 is 24. Now, 3 is a prime number. We're done. That's fine. If you can just multiply out. 2 over 6 times 4 over 12. Oh, good grief. Let's make that 10. I get 8 over 60. Now, can you think of a number that goes into 8 and 60? I can. Hopefully you can. They're both even. I can start with 2. Let's just check to make sure. 8 and 60. Where's 60? Right over here. I bet you we're going to have to do it twice. I got 2 yellow on each. Gives me 4 over 30. Look at that. Should have trusted the sheet. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 30 divided by 2, 15. Nothing goes into 2 and 15. There's my answer. And remember, if you don't understand, I haven't taught this to you yet in class. So we are just going to see how it goes. Okay? If you understood this video, I want you to watch the next one too. If you're done at this one, just do the work that I suggested on D2L. Thanks, guys.